The High Court has dealt a major blow to fraudulent procurement schemes, cancelling a tender for the renovation of Kenyatta Municipal Stadium in Kitale over fraud and irregularities. In a judgment delivered this Wednesday afternoon, the court declared the tender null and void, directing that over 25 million Kenya shillings be refunded to the government by former county officials and the contractor involved. Here's our investigative affairs reporter, Ode Francis, with the details of that report.
A ruling by Justice Nixon Sifuna at the Milimani High Court has exposed deep-rooted fraud in the awarding of contracts for the renovation of Kenyatta Municipal Stadium and the construction of market sheds in Kitale, revealing that taxpayers lost 23.3 million shillings in the process.
The contracts dated 16th September 2013 and 22nd April 2014 between the third defendant and the county government of Trans Nzoia for the renovation of Kenyatta Stadium in Kitale, Trans Nzoia County was tainted with irregularities, illegalities, and fraud, as already discussed in this judgment. Hence are null and void ab initio, meaning as if there were no contract at all.
The case filed by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC revealed a web of irregularities, including falsified documents and manipulated bids.
The county had a budget for the said works, but which as a result of this fraud-laden tender caused the county government to pay more than was budgeted. I need to emphasize, though, that the defendant's sin was not only overshooting the budget, but also the irregularities, illegalities, and fraud in the said tenders. The contracts were as illegal as the tenders themselves.
At the center of the scandal were three county officials. Joseph Muindi Tevulo, the former head of supply chain management at the Trans Nzoia County, who illegally signed off on the contracts. Also named was Benjamin Ruto Timintim, the county architect who supervised the works. The suit against him was terminated following his death, and Robert Simiyu Wambulwa, trading as Koi building contractors, accused of securing contracts through fraudulent bidding. Court records show that the county had approved only 10 million shillings, yet payments ballooned to 15.8 million shillings in direct violation of procurement laws.
Some of the documents in the bid documents related to other projects, totally different from the projects, from the two projects. And gave an example of construction of courtrooms at Kitale courts. What happened was, when tender documents were gathered to be given to the investigations, they contained documents not related to these tenders.
The court has now declared the tender null and void, ordering that the three accused refund 25.3 million shillings, with commercial interest applied until full recovery. Joseph Muindi Tevulo be barred from handling any government procurement, and the accused must cover all legal costs. June 4th mentioned date has been set to determine the commercial rates for interest charges.
A copy of this judgment be transmitted to the Honorable Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya to consider appropriate sanctions against the first defendant, Joseph Muindi Tevulo, who was a public officer at the time of the subject tenders, barring him from holding any procurement portfolio in public sector.
Ode Francis, Citizen TV, Nairobi.